Today, on the Racing 57 Diecast Unboxing and Review, I have two NASCAR diecasts. Both are from the winner's circle, and they are Rusty Wallace's 1998 car and his 2001 Harley Davidson motorcycles car. This is Rusty Wallace's 1998 car, and from the look of the package, it has the winner's circle logo, the NASCAR 50th anniversary logo, considering that this is from 1998, a 1/64 scale diecast replica of Rusty Wallace's 1998 car. It also includes a collector card of Rusty Wallace. There's nothing much on the back of the package. It just has the winner's circle logo, Kenner, and all the licensing agreements that Winner's Circle has to make this car possible and other NASCAR diecasts possible. This is Rusty Wallace's 2001 Harley Davidson motorcycles car. It includes a 1/64 scale diecast replica of the car, and of course it comes with a raised hood. And on the package you have this nice Winner's Circle logo, and of course above you have the Winner's Circle logo above too. On the back of the package you have the Winner's Circle logo. It is a raised hood series. It says collect all of the Winner's Circle 1/64 scale items. Either a race hood series, license plate series, driver sticker series, autograph hood series, and lifetime series. This car is made by Action Racing Collectibles, and you have all the licensing agreements to make this NASCAR diecast and all other NASCAR diecasts from 2001 possible. Here are the 1/64 scale versions of Rusty Wallace's 1998 car and his 2001 Harley Davidson car. And with any diecast unboxing and review video of two different diecast cars, I will usually do one car at a time and then the next car. So let's dive into the review. So here's the 1/64 scale version of Rusty Wallace's 1998 Penske Racing South Taurus car. It also comes with this card of Rusty Wallace. So on the card, you have a picture of Rusty Wallace, the Winner's Circle logo, his name, signature off on the side. And on top of the picture, you have the 1998 Penske Racing South Taurus. Now, on the back of the card, you have more information of Rusty Wallace. Of course, his number is 2. He drives the Ford Taurus car for Penske South Racing in a stock car. He was born in St. Louis, Missouri on August 14th of 1956. It also has information about his family and a description. The description says, Rusty Wallace is one of stock cars' best racers. He looks as good in numbers as he does on the track. 46 victories since 1986, one NASCAR Cup championship, and 6 times in the top 5 for overall points. He was awarded the Rookie of the Year title in 1984 and is a 2-time IROC champion in 1989 and 1991. In 1997 proved to be a solid year for Rusty when he chalked up another victory to his 47 career championships. At the Duraloop 500, Wallace started third and scored a second-place finish. At the end of the 97 season, Rusty collected 8 top 5s and 12 top 10 finishes, sealing him in the season top 10. This paint scheme is a tribute to Wallace's 1998 season. And of course, there is a lot of the licensing by Rusty Wallace Incorporated and Penske Racing South Incorporated. All the trademarks and copyrights, and Kenner printed in China. Kenner is essentially the brand that helped make this car possible. I got the card moved out of the way so I can take a deeper look into the review of Rusty Wallace's 1998 car. Now, this car is a complete replica of Rusty Wallace's 1998 car, but in a 1/64 scale version. So this paint scheme has a white front and a white hood, and most of the car is blue with some red lines around. Now, when I did the review of Jeremy Mayfield's 1998 Mobil 1 car, I said it looks similar to Rusty Wallace's car other than the red lines, but Rusty Wallace did have those red lines. So both Rusty Wallace and Jeremy Mayfield have identical paint schemes, just a different sponsor. But you can still see Mobil 1 on the hood, but in a small font. Ford Taurus, a blue number 2 at the front. Got PPG Automotive Finishes. And on the back you have Ford Mobil 1. I'm not sure what else it says. No, Ford Motorsports. Now, on the car, he is sponsored by Miller Lite, but because Miller Lite is an alcoholic brand, and since NASCAR Diecast don't associate with alcoholic brands for diecast cars being sold in stores, they usually censor the sponsor by putting the name of the driver or put in something else like Blue Deuce. And for Rusty Wallace, they put in Rusty Wallace, which is essentially his name. Kind of like Casey Kane's 2008 car, where it just has the Casey Kane and a logo of Casey Kane instead of Budweiser. So on the front, you got Rusty, which is in a similar font to the Miller Lite logo. And you got Wallace in a different font with a little logo. And of course, you got this gray shaped diamond, which I don't think it was on the Rusty Wallace's actual 1998 car. And on the side, you got Rusty, the same font style as Miller Lite, but now in white, along with the Wallace logo, which remains the same. Mobil 1, but now in white as well. He still has the classic number 2, which is a white number 2 and a red outline. In fact, the 2 font pretty much stayed the same throughout Team Penske's history, as Brad Keselowski, Kurt Busch, and now Austin Cindric have the similar style number 2 font. And of course, you have his name in red on the top. The NASCAR 50th anniversary logo, as 1998 is 50 years of NASCAR. But overall, a decent looking paint job. But also one more thing about this paint job is that, Rusty Wallace, when he had the Miller Lite paint scheme, it was blue at first, and then it switched to a nice black and gold car. And this car was a brand new look for Miller Lite and for Rusty Wallace after many years in the black and gold Miller Lite car. Here's Rusty Wallace's 1/64 scale version of his Harley Davidson car, but it also comes with a hood. Now, the hood is essentially the same as the hood of the car, so the hood is pretty much the same shape but bigger. It has Rusty's name. Remember, Miller Lite is an alcoholic brand, so essentially they had to censor that by putting Rusty Wallace's name. You have the Miller Lite logo with just Rusty. And of course, you have the Harley Davidson Motorcycles logo. And of course, the hood is mostly blue with some silver. And on the back, there's nothing pretty much, but that's all of the hood. I moved the hood out of the way so that I can take a deeper look into Rusty Wallace's 1/64 scale version of his Harley Davidson car. So this is actually a special paint scheme for Rusty Wallace, in which I believe it was ran during the Pepsi 400 in 2001 at Daytona, before it was called the Coke Zero 400. So one thing about this car is that in 2001, Rusty Wallace had a new look compared to this car. So essentially the car was completely blue with a little bit of red and a little bit of white at the bottom, like little red and white lines. But when Harley Davidson came along and partnered up with Miller Lite, Rusty Wallace had a new look. The car is now mostly blue, except with the silver around the front to the sides of the car. And of course, the outline of the number 2 is different. It still has the white number 2, but because of the Harley Davidson sponsorship, the outline is now orange, just like their logo. So you see on the hood, you got the Miller Lite logo. Well, essentially it has Rusty's name. And of course the Harley Davidson logo, which is in orange. So essentially that's why there's a bit of orange on the front and on the number 2. Excuse me. So on the sides of the silver, you have these wings. They look like those tailpipes that come out like the flames a little, or basically a unique design of the Harley Davidson motorcycles, like wings, because motorcycles are pretty fast on the street. Now the car is mostly blank on the back, which I'm not sure why. And of course, though, it's actually the sides of the car are actually black instead of blue, actually. So only the front and the hood and the top of the car is blue, but then it fades to black. So where PPG Automotive Finish is, it's actually in black rather than blue. So actually, yeah, that. So it's in the new Ford Taurus body with the number 2. And of course on the side, you got all these sponsorships here. No NASCAR Winston Cup logo, because Winston is a tobacco brand. And remember, anything with alcohol and tobacco brand sponsorships on diecast cars being sold in stores, they have to censor those out. So it just says NASCAR Cup Series. And I think that's all I have for this car. This will wrap up today's episode on the Racing 57 diecast unboxing and review of Rusty Wallace's 1998 car and his 2001 Harley Davidson car. Thank you for watching this episode, and if you want to check out more videos like this, check out the Racing 57 diecast and unboxing and review channel. Thanks for watching.